What if the next season of Heartland doesn't just bring comfort and healing, but brings a storm that could change the ranch forever? Season 20 isn't just another chapter. It feels like a turning point, one that could shake the Bartlett Fleming family in ways we've never seen before. And if you thought last season was emotional, get ready, because the next one might be the most intense yet. The wind moves across the open land like it's carrying a warning. The Heartland Ranch stands strong, just like it always has. But this time, something feels different. This time, the quiet isn't peaceful. It's heavy. Because no matter how many times this family has pulled through heartbreak and loss, life at Heartland has a way of testing them again right when they think things are finally okay. This new season opens with that familiar feeling we all love. Wide fields, horses running free, and the ranch that has become more than just a home. It's a symbol of hope. But behind that calm beauty, the family is standing at the edge of big change. You can almost sense it in every look, every pause, every moment where someone is holding back what they truly feel. It's as if the ranch itself knows something is coming, something that will push everyone to their limit. And then the story hits you with one question that hangs in the air like a storm cloud. How long can a family stay strong when life keeps pulling them apart? Because Heartland has always been about healing horses, healing hearts, and healing the past. But what happens when the wounds are deeper than ever before? What happens when the people you love the most become the ones you can't reach? This season feels like it's building towards something big, not loud, not sudden but powerful. Like the calm before the thunder, we see moments that feel warm and familiar, but they don't last long. A serious decision is coming, and it won't just affect one person. It could change the future of the ranch, the family, and everything they've built over the years. The kind of decision that makes people choose between holding on and letting go, and just when you think the family can finally breathe, something new begins to rise. A challenge that isn't just about money or land or work. It's personal. It hits the heart. It brings old feelings back to the surface. Because Heartland isn't only about what happens today, it's also about what we carry from yesterday. And in season 20, the past might not stay in the past. You will see the ranch in a way you've never seen it before. Not as a safe place, but as a place that must fight to survive. Not just against outside problems, but against the pressure growing inside the family itself. And in the middle of it all, the horses, because when humans break, the horses often show the truth first. A horse that refuses to trust. A rescue that becomes more dangerous than expected. A moment where one mistake could lead to disaster. The biggest question Heartland fans have been asking is finally getting louder than ever. Is season 20 really happening? And when will it return? And the answer brings a wave of excitement, because Heartland isn't slowing down. In fact, it looks like the show is getting ready to step into a brand new phase, one that feels bigger, deeper, and more emotional than before. Heartland has never been the kind of series that relies on shock just to get attention. Its power comes from something real. Family, healing, love, and the strength to keep going after loss. That's why the news of season 20 feels so special. Reaching a 20th season is not normal for most shows, but Heartland has done it because people across the world still connect with these characters. Fans don't just watch Heartland. They grow up with it. They return to it when life feels heavy. And now, the series is preparing to return once again, bringing another season of hope, pain, and new beginnings. Now, let's talk about what everyone truly wants to know. The premiere date. While exact release dates can sometimes depend on final schedules and official network announcements, what's clear is this season 20 is expected to follow its usual pattern, returning during the next broadcast cycle. That means the wait may feel long, but the return is closer than it seems. And when it comes back, it won't be a quiet comeback. It will feel like an event, because a 20th season carries weight. It's not just more episodes, it's a milestone. It's a celebration. And it's also a warning that something major is coming for the family. You can picture it like this: a calendar flipping forward, days crossing out, fans counting down. And the moment we finally see the Heartland logo appear again. But instead of a calm feeling, it hits with tension, because this season doesn't look like it's about comfort alone. It feels like it's about change. The kind of change that comes when life forces people to grow, whether they are ready or not. And what makes this even more exciting is how the show is being talked about right now. There's a strong feeling that season 20 will not only continue the story but also open doors to new storylines that could reshape everything. Because Heartland is no longer only about the ranch surviving another year. It's about what happens when a family starts to face life in a new way, new roles, new responsibilities, and new pressure coming from every side. So if you've been wondering whether the show will return with the same heart, the answer is yes. But it may return with something extra this time. Something sharper, something more intense. Something that makes you sit forward and think, wait, are they really going there? Season 20 isn't just a return. It's a statement. Heartland is still standing, still fighting, still healing. But now, the story may be heading toward its biggest turning point yet. And once the premiere date is officially locked in, the countdown will begin for a season that could bring the most emotional ride the ranch has ever seen. Before you even hear a single line of dialogue, you can feel it. The Heartland family energy. The kind of feeling that says, these people have been through everything, and they're still here, because the truth is, Heartland is not just a ranch. Heartland is not just the horses. Heartland is the people who kept fighting even when life kept breaking them. And season 20 is bringing back the faces we've grown to love, faces that make the story feel like home. Even when the world inside the show is falling apart. The center of it all is Amy, the heart of Heartland. She's not the same young girl who once followed her dreams with wide eyes and hope. She's stronger now, smarter, and in many ways, quieter. Because life has shaped her, loss has shaped her, and every season, Amy carries something heavy, even when she tries to smile through it. But season 20 looks like it's giving Amy a new kind of challenge, one that isn't just about helping a horse heal. It's about keeping herself from breaking. Then there's Lou, the one who always tries to hold everything together. The ranch, the family, the plans, the future. Lou has always been the thinker, the builder, the protector. But the more you carry, the easier it is to snap. And in this season, it feels like Lou may be pushed into a corner again, forced to make choices that not everyone will agree with. Because when problems hit the ranch, Lou is often the first one to step forward, even if it costs her peace. And of course, there's Jack, the steady force, the backbone of the family. Jack doesn't always speak with big words or dramatic emotion. But when he looks at someone, you can tell he's thinking deeper than anyone else. He's watched this ranch survive decades. He's watched people leave, people return, and people change. But now, even Jack might be facing something that he can't fix with wisdom alone. Because some things can't be solved by patience. Some things come like lightning, fast, sharp, and painful. And then you have Tim, the one who brings fire into every room. Tim is unpredictable, loud, and sometimes hard to love. But he's family. And no matter how much he messes up, he always finds a way to stand up again. In season 20, Tim's story still feels unfinished. There's always something hidden behind his jokes and hard attitude. And this season might finally pull that mask off, forcing Tim to face something that he can't talk his way out of. What makes this return so exciting is that these characters aren't coming back to repeat the same story. They're coming back with new scars, new pressure, and new responsibility. Each of them has something to protect. Each of them has something to lose. And when you put them all together under one roof, old problems don't stay quiet for long, because family is not just love. Family is also conflict. Family is also disappointment. Family is also the fear of losing each other. And season 20 seems ready to test these bonds again, especially when everyone is already carrying so much inside. And that's why the returning cast matters so much. Because when you see them again, it feels like returning to a place you once knew. But now it looks different. The same ranch, the same land, the same faces. But the feeling is not the same. It feels like the story is entering a new stage, one where the past is still there, but the future is much harder to predict. This season doesn't feel like a gentle ride across open fields. It feels like standing on the porch of the ranch, watching dark clouds roll in, knowing you can't stop what's coming. Because season 20 looks ready to hit Heartland with problems that don't go away with time, kindness, or a simple apology. These conflicts look sharper, more personal, and for the first time in a long time, it feels like the ranch itself could be at risk in a way that truly scares the family. It starts with pressure, quiet pressure, the kind that builds slowly until it becomes too heavy to carry. The ranch has always been a place of healing, but healing takes money, time, and energy. And when any one of those runs out, even the strongest place can begin to crack. Season 20 hints that something could threaten the ranch from the outside, something bigger than a bad season or hard weather. A real danger. A force that doesn't care about history, love, or family legacy. And that's where the tension grows. Because when the ranch is threatened, the family is tested. Not everyone will agree on what to do next. One person may want to fight. Another may want to sell. Another may want to change everything just to survive. And when people who love each other start pulling in different directions, the damage becomes deeper than any storm. Because the pain isn't just about losing land. It's about losing what the land means, but the outside pressure isn't the only problem. The real danger comes when old wounds reopen inside the family. Season 20 feels like it's bringing emotions to the surface that people have kept hidden for years. And when those feelings come out, they don't come out calmly. They come out like fire burning through trust, patience, and even love. There's also the feeling that someone's past might return in a way no one expects. And when the past shows up, it never comes gently. It shows up with unfinished business, with old mistakes, with things people hoped would stay buried forever. Because in Heartland, the past is never truly gone. It only waits for the right moment to come back. And then, there are the horses. Because in Heartland, horses are never just animals. They are mirrors. They reflect fear. They reflect trust. They reflect pain. Season 20 may bring a rescue that feels different from the rest. Not just challenging, but risky. A horse that is deeply hurt. A horse that doesn't trust anyone. A horse that could become dangerous if handled the wrong way. And if Amy steps in, it won't just be about saving the animal, it could become a test of survival. One wrong move, one moment of fear, one accident that changes everything. There's a heavy emotional weight in this season. The kind that makes people quiet, even when they want to speak. The kind that makes family dinners tense. The kind that makes someone stare out across the fields and wonder if they've already lost what they're trying to save, because the biggest conflict in Season 20 might not be money, land, or even the outside world. It might be this. When life gets hard again, will they still choose each other? And that question feels dangerous. Because Season 20 is building towards something that looks like it will break more than just hearts. It could break trust. It could break bonds. And it could force the Bartlett Fleming family to face the one thing they fear the most. The idea that Heartland might not always be forever. Season 20 isn't only about surviving another hard year. It feels like the writers are opening new doors that lead to fresh stories, surprising turns, and moments that could change everything we think we know about Heartland. Because this time, the ranch isn't just facing problems. It's stepping into a new chapter. And new chapters don't come without new faces, new risks, and new choices that can't be undone. One of the biggest signs that things are shifting is the feeling that new people may enter the Heartland world, and not everyone who shows up will come with good intentions. Some might come looking for help. Some might come looking for a fresh start. But some might come with something else. An agenda, a hidden reason, or a past connection that no one saw coming. And the scary part is, you won't know who to trust at first, because Heartland has always welcomed outsiders. But Season 20 suggests that trusting the wrong person could bring serious consequences. We could also be stepping into a new horse storyline that feels bigger and more intense than usual. Heartland has always shown amazing rescues and emotional healing, but this season may push the ranch into situations that are more dangerous and more unpredictable. Imagine a horse that is not only hurt, but traumatized in a way that makes it impossible to handle. Or a case that brings legal trouble. Or a rescue that pulls Amy into a world she can't control. This isn't just about saving an animal, it's about what happens when someone risks everything to do what's right. Then there are the family storylines, because Season 20 may finally bring some major decisions that have been building for a long time. A decision about the ranch's future. A decision about who stays and who leaves. A decision about what kind of life they want from this point forward. Heartland has always shown that growing up doesn't stop when you become an adult. People still change. People still struggle. And sometimes, people still run away when things get too hard. We also can't ignore the possibility of new romance or broken romance. Heartland is emotional, and relationships have always been a major part of the story. But season 20 feels like it could bring new tension between couples, new misunderstandings, or even unexpected feelings between characters that no one saw coming. Maybe someone who thought they were done with love will find it again. Or someone who believed their relationship was safe will learn the hard truth. Love alone doesn't fix everything. And here's the twist, season 20 may also bring moments of happiness that don't last. Because that's what Heartland does best. It gives you hope, then tests it. It gives you a warm family moment, then throws a hard truth right into the middle of it. So even the good moments in this season may feel like they come with a warning, like something is waiting just around the corner. There could be a major life event too, something big enough to change the rhythm of the entire ranch. A new beginning, a new responsibility, a surprise announcement, or even a moment that forces the whole family to come together and remember what truly matters. These big moments are the ones that make Heartland unforgettable, because they don't just change the story, they change the characters. And the most exciting part of all is this. Season 20 feels like it's preparing to deliver a real shock moment. The kind of moment that makes fans pause, replay the scene and say, "No way, did that just happen?" A secret revealed, a decision that hurts someone deeply, a goodbye no one was ready for, or the return of someone who was never supposed to come back, because season 20 isn't trying to stay safe. It's trying to make you feel something again deeply. And by the time this season ends, it may leave the Heartland world in a place we've never seen before. New faces, new danger, new emotions, new beginnings. And one big reminder, when Heartland changes, it changes forever. And now, we reached a moment every good trailer saves for last. The part where everything speeds up, where the music gets louder, where the scenes flash faster, where emotions hit harder. Because season 20 isn't ending with a soft goodbye. It's closing with a message that feels clear, heavy, and impossible to ignore. This isn't just another season. This is a turning point. You can almost picture it like a final montage. Horses running at full speed. The ranch at sunset. Someone standing alone in the barn, breathing like they're trying not to cry. A tense argument inside the house. A door slamming. A long silence. A look between two people who can't find the right words anymore. And then the feeling that something important is about to happen. Something that can't be stopped once it begins. Because Heartland has always been about family. But this season is asking a new kind of question. What happens when love is still there, but life keeps getting harder? Season 20 feels like it's building toward a moment where the family may have to make a choice they've never wanted to face. A choice that could decide the future of the ranch. A choice that could change relationships forever. A choice that could bring someone to their breaking point. And here's the scary part. Sometimes it's not the outside world that destroys a family. Sometimes it's the silence. Sometimes it's the unspoken pain. Sometimes it's the things people keep inside until one day it all comes out. This season looks like it will deliver scenes that will stay in your mind long after the credits roll. A moment where someone finally speaks the truth. A moment where someone walks away. A moment where a horse rescue turns into a real emergency. A moment where everything feels like it could fall apart. And yet, somehow, the ranch still stands, waiting to see if the people inside it will stand too. And then the trailer leaves you with one final tease, one final emotional punch. Not everyone will stay. Not everyone will be the same. And not everyone will come out of this unhurt, because Heartland has always been about healing. But sometimes healing comes with pain first. And season 20 may be the season that forces everyone to face their deepest fears, their biggest regrets, and the hardest truth of all. You can't protect everything. So now, the countdown begins, the ranch is calling, the family is returning, and a new chapter is about to start, one that could bring the most emotional ride Heartland has ever given us. If you're excited for Heartland Season 20, don't forget to subscribe for every update, trailer breakdown, and cast news the moment it drops. And tell me in the comments, what do you want to see most in season 20? Do you think the ranch will face its biggest danger yet? And which character do you believe will have the hardest journey this season? Because one thing is certain, when Heartland returns, it won't return quietly.